Houthi rebels have announced the release of 350 prisoners, including 3 Saudi Arabians, days after the Yemeni group claimed to have captured thousands of Saudi troops following an ambush inside Saudi Arabia. The Houthis and the Yemeni government agreed to exchange around 7,000 war prisoners in December 2018 as part of the UN-sponsored Stockholm deal. However, both sides have since failed to implement the deal. The prisoner swap comes after the Iran-backed Houthi rebels had released video footage of what they claimed was a recent operation near the Saudi Arabian border. The video footage showed Houthi forces firing on Saudi Arabian positions and military vehicles. The attack supposedly happened near the border town of Najran. The veracity of the footage cannot be confirmed at the moment, but if proven to be authentic, it could represent one of the bloodiest attacks on the Saudi coalition since the start of the civil war in Yemen. A Houthi military spokesperson called it a great trap and said that it led to thousands of Saudi soldiers surrendering.
من ضمن الأسلحة والعتاد المئات من المدرعات والآليات. من أبرز نتائج العملية خلال ساعاتها الأولى محاصرة مجاميع مختلفة من قوات العدو ومهاجمة مواقع عسكرية محصنة. أدت العملية خلال يومها الأول إلى وقوع خسائر كبيرة في صفوف قوات العدو وكذلك اغتنام أسلحة إضافة إلى استسلام الآلاف من المخدوعين.
The footage in fact shows Saudi forces surrendering arms and fleeing up a mountain, but the context of these visuals remains unknown. Interestingly, there has been no comment from Saudi Arabia regarding the incident, and the Houthis have not given a day for when the attacks happened. According to them, 3 brigades of the Saudi-led coalition were destroyed, more than 500 personnel killed or wounded, and more than 2,000 have surrendered.
هذه المدرعات وهي تحترق بعد أن تم الكمين لها من قبل وحدة الهندسة وأبطال الجيش واللجان الشعبية.
And now, our West Asia Bureau Chief Daniela Pagani joins us live with the latest on the situation. Daniela, Saudi Arabia clearly is in a very difficult position.
Definitely, yes, Saudi Arabia is in a difficult spot, not only because if the claims that the Houthi rebels are putting out in the public domain are confirmed, they lost millions in military equipment, but also because now the Houthi rebels have soldiers in their own hand, have troops in their own hand, and they can use them as a bargaining chip in negotiations, which clearly won't see Saudi Arabia having the upper hand. So this is also a big damage in terms of image. Saudi Arabia, the wealthy country, all known, supported by the United States of America, by the United Kingdom, by the United Arab Emirates, doesn't seem to be capable of making a breakthrough in the Yemen war. So yes, a very difficult spot, which is maybe the reason for which they are keeping silent. They do not want to acknowledge this defeat in order to avoid their image to be tainted even further.
Right. Even as Saudi Arabia is counting its options of what needs to be done. You've heard what the Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had to say. He says he prefers a political solution rather than a military one, but at the end of the day, even he is not shying away completely from an armed conflict.
Absolutely not. And also we have to say that things are becoming more and more problematic by the week. First, it was the drone attack against the 2 major Saudi oil plants, which was the largest attack on Saudi Arabian soil ever, at least in the recent history. Then there are the constant drone operations launched by the Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, and now there is this military action. So despite the fact that Mohammed bin Salman said in an interview that clearly they want a political solution, also because perhaps they cannot really afford an on-the-ground war, the military option remains on the table. You know, the patience of states and coalitions is not never-ending, and sooner or later Saudi Arabia, if it continues to receive these kind of blows, will have to react somehow, but it will have to react carefully, because if there is a reaction, it will be to be thoroughly checked, because if they just increase the number of airstrikes and increase the casualties, again their image will be tainted and they will put under even further scrutiny within the international organizations.
Our West Asia Bureau Chief Daniela Pagani joining us live with that update. Thank you, Daniela, for being with us here on WION Dispatch.